Support for this program is provided by Sequent Planning, an SEC-registered investment advisor, helping people make informed retirement income decisions. Additional information is available at sequentomaha.com.
DACA stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, a work program that allows former immigrant children an opportunity to stay in the U.S. A note allegedly left on a UNO student's car draws attention to this ongoing nationwide debate. Good afternoon, I'm Phil Lemon.
And I'm Jay Bridgman. Coming up, there have been an estimated 211 fatalities from school shootings in the United States over the past decade. A UNO student who witnessed a shooting shares his journey to self-acceptance.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
A note found on a UNO student's car last night near Elmwood Park has unnerved the Omaha community, in particular those of undocumented status. The handwritten message says illegals are not welcome, and it comes on the heels of a Supreme Court vote expected today on deferred action for childhood arrivals, or DACA. UNO senior Christian Robles says it's a scary time for immigrants, but he's hopeful people of all races will show there's power in numbers. Robles says the quick response of UNO Chancellor Jeffrey Gold is comforting.
I feel that the way that Chancellor Gold is kind of dealing with this in a timely manner is definitely more, being known that the issue is being dealt with, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure many other students of, Hispanic or Latin descent are, aware of that as well.
Students, faculty, and staff received the Chancellor's message this morning. His key response is, quote, "You are welcome here, and that means everyone." Counselors are on hand for students and staff. Gold says the public safety team is patrolling the campus all hours of the day.
A former UNO basketball player travels to schools across the country in order to end the stigma of seeking help for mental health issues. Reporter Matt Kirkle says former Maverick Kyler Erickson has turned his battle with post-traumatic stress into a war he intends to win.
If you met Kyler Erickson today, you probably wouldn't notice the demons that once plagued his mind and took over his life.
Anytime I'd hear fireworks or the First 48 TV show, there's a lot of gunshots, I just would curl up into a ball and I couldn't handle what was going on in my head.
January 5th, 2011. A disgruntled Millard South student walked into the principal's office with a gun. The shooter killed the assistant principal and critically injured another. A single wall separated Kyler from the shooter. After about 6 months following the incident, Erickson began seeing hallucinations in the middle of the night and knew something was wrong.
I started seeing these visions in my head, and I would hear the sounds of the shooting over and over and over again, and I was just replaying it in my head every single night.
Kyler's remarkable basketball career at Millard South led him to Northwest Missouri State, one of the top Division II programs in the country. There is where Erickson learned he had post-traumatic stress disorder from the events that took place at Millard South, and started experiencing the worst of his demons.
I actually walked in for practice one day and just bawled my eyes out, could not handle what I was dealing with, and I told our athletic trainer the whole story of this is what's going on.
After being hospitalized twice and diagnosed with depression, Kyler made the decision to put basketball to the side and move back to Omaha to finally get the help he needed. After taking 5 months off of the sport he loves and school, Erickson decided he was healthy enough to pursue basketball again. He left voicemails and emails to Omaha head coach Darren Hansen, and after initially being told no, fate stepped in.
I get a call a few weeks later. They said they had a guy get hurt, and they needed a practice player. And so I was like, this is my shot.
Erickson's dream was to play Division I basketball, especially right here in Omaha, and he understood the sacrifices he'd have to take to make that dream possible. With the challenges he'd already faced, he was up for the task.
I had so much belief in myself, and my family believed in me, that no matter what happened, no matter who got what scholarship or played over me, I knew if I just kept my head down and worked hard, at some point it'd pay off, and it certainly did.
His daily commitment eventually earned him a spot on the roster and a scholarship. and his performance on the court even led to him being named team captain and appearing in all 32 games of the 2015 season, with him starting the final 7. It wasn't long after his story of perseverance went nationwide.
I just didn't want to take this story and have it, be good for me. I wanted to take it and use it to make a difference in the world.
The stories from that dreadful day are a part of everyone who attends Millard South. But Kyler wants the memory of his high school to represent healing. From his pain, he brings others hope.
Life is hard, and if it gets too hard, please ask for help, because you're worth it, you matter.
For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Kirkle.
Erickson spoke at schools in 37 states last year and calls every home men's basketball game on 1620 The Zone and ESPN+. Erickson says his long-term goal is to give every person battling issues with their mental health to know it's okay to seek help.
The House of Representatives has unanimously voted to pass an animal welfare bill 10 years in the making. The bill was approved by the House of Representatives in late October. It would establish cases of animal cruelty as a federal offense, punishable with up to 7 years in prison. With 250,000 animals reported abused annually by state and federal services, the Nebraska Humane Society sees this as an opportunity to reduce these numbers. Humane Society PR Director Pam Weiss says there's often a deeper issue with animal abuse.
We simply work to try to get the animals out of the situation and into a better one versus creating huge fines and punishment for those people. Because a lot of times those people think that they're doing the right thing and they're not.
This legislation expands on a law from 2010, and the next stage for the bill is approval from the Senate.
Coming up, we give our local take on a rock off 156th and Maple Streets with an explosive online following that's receiving national attention.
Next, a UNO athlete is making the most of a new NCAA ruling through art and music.
Keep watching. We'll be right back.
One of the classes that you definitely need to take is Interpersonal Communication. This is a class that is designed to help you be a better human. It's not a class where the professor just stands at the front and just lectures. Everybody leaves the class with the belief that they can become better interpersonal communicators in their lives. And really this class is just a first step.
Benson, where creativity is our culture. Benson's lively atmosphere offers a unique experience. Come enjoy great live music, enjoy a variety of bars, get amazing food from local restaurants, and shop at local businesses. Whatever you do, you won't be disappointed with your experience. Learn more at experiencebenson.com.
Hi there, I'm Jack Zerby, Director of UNO School of the Arts, and I'm here to talk to you about Theater 1010, Theater Appreciation. Why do we still do theater? Isn't this 2,500-year-old art form antiquated in this age of digital media? If so, why is the first act of many dictators to close the theaters? Well, we're going to find out as we look at the building blocks of drama, production, and how it makes a real impact in today's world.
What I feel coming to UNO is a sense of community, feeling like I had a home, and so I chose UNO because of that. To me, access to exceptional is having a cheerleader in your life, and anybody who has stepped foot in UNO knows that somebody cares about you. School isn't just getting a GPA. To go above and beyond that is what's going to make you an exceptional applicant to a job or a graduate program.
This is the Omaha News.
Last month, the NCAA voted unanimously allowing student athletes to use their name, image, and likeness for monetary gain. One UNO athlete is already making strides to benefit from the new ruling. You'll find her in the gym or weight room most of the time, but for the hours spent studying, watching film, or getting extra shots up, you can find junior guard Claire Killian in her room creating art. Killian is a member of the UNO women's basketball team on a full-ride scholarship, meaning her school and tuition is completely paid for. However, the strict rule of not being allowed to have a job while on the team creates some financial issues for the junior. Only receiving enough money for groceries and other necessities, having a life outside of sports wasn't in the books for Killian. That is until the NCAA made an important decision to allow student athletes to get paid for their likeness, image, and popularity. Famous athletes such as LeBron James advocated for the new rule and thinks that student athletes may stay longer at universities knowing they'll get paid.
I always tell you part of the reason why I went to the NBA is to get my mom out of the situation that she was in. I couldn't have done that if I would have stepped on a college campus.
While some people are fans of the new rule, others believe that change could cause tension and unfairness on teams.
But now we're changing it from us, from my university, from being an alumni where I care, which makes college football and college sports special, to then, okay, it's not about us, it's not about we, it's just about me.
Last year, college sports programs brought in $14 billion in revenue, while college athletes only averaged $18,000 in scholarship money. By the year 2021, the average football player could make more than $160,000 a year. Claire Killian says the money is well-deserved.
Someone like Zion Williamson, who literally everyone was making money off of him because of commercials, I definitely think he should be getting paid a portion of that just because he's bringing in people, he's bringing in fans, he's bringing in money.
As for Killian, she knows she isn't Zion, but the new rule has opened doors for potential customers.
I could still use the fact that I play basketball to kind of attract people to buying some art too.
College athletes can now make millions of dollars based off likeness, including shoe deals and other endorsements. The new rule could cause controversy or make a huge impact on student athletes and their families.
Literal reindeer games are enjoyed by children and adults alike as one Omaha business looks to get folks to open their wallets in holiday cheer. Fat Brain Toys tradition starts with kicking off the season early with some Christmas fun. The event included decorations, live reindeer, and various promotions that were offered to customers with upcoming Thanksgiving and Christmas deals. Retail manager Sharon Gish says that she embraces the annual event.
When we bring in live reindeer, we'll have kinder music. It's a chance for us to spread a little cheer, us to give a little appreciation back to our customers that have shopped all year long, and just spread a little bit of joy.
Reindeer games also featured a raffle to win a $100 gift card and the opportunity for children to fill out their Christmas wish list. Fat Brain Toys plans to continue the Christmas cheer this Saturday with another event called Holiday Friends.
What was once just a hazard for Omaha drivers is now a nationally known internet sensation. Reporter Brian Vamaka is live in West Omaha to give us the story.
When you think of popular local landmarks, you probably think of the Henry Dorley Zoo, the Durham Museum, or the Pedestrian Bridge. However, in recent weeks, a new tourist attraction has rocked our city.
This may look like a typical parking lot, but it's home to Omaha's newest tourist attraction.
I'm standing here in a parking lot off the corner of West Maple Road and 156th Street, home to Omaha's newest tourist attraction and rising internet sensation, this rock.
Over the course of several weeks, multiple cars have hit or run over what is now being called the West Maple Omaha Rock. In that time, its popularity has skyrocketed.
I heard about it the other day, and I just thought it was kind of wild how many cars are running into the rock.
The fact that cars are getting stuck on a rock that is clearly visible is leaving many people confused.
I figured maybe it was a bad placement, but it seems to just be a normal place to rock, and it's kind of a weird little thing going on right now.
In terms of being an internet sensation, the Facebook page for the rock has amassed over 25,000 members in just a few weeks. One person who stopped by the rock to take a picture but declined to be interviewed said the rock is an example of the power of social media, and it's true. There has been discussion on the Facebook page about organizing a coat drive for those in need.
Any reason to get people together and do things for the community is great.
Many people have come to decorate the rock in things like googly eyes and hats. Check out the Facebook page to get in on the fun.
Thanks, Brian. Coming up, we head to Omaha Sports and check in on Maverick hockey.
Next, an ordinary Papillion family has a story that's anything but ordinary, raising star athletes with promising futures.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Cover letters, thesis, and dissertations. The UNO Writing Centers are located at Arts and Science 150, Chris Library, and Memo Hall 131.
That sounds great. I'll head there now.
It's that time of year again.
Flu season?
Ugh.
Did you know you can get your flu shot at the UNO Health Center?
But I'm already sick.
Well, the UNO Health Center can make you unsick.
Where are we?
Room 102 of the H&K building. Come here to get your flu shot or help with any health concerns you might have.
Well, thanks. I need all the help I can get.
Social media can be fun, but it can also be a powerful tool. At the UNO Social Media Lab, we work together to advance our understanding of social media and technology on the UNO campus and beyond with research application services such as real-time social media tracking, social media listening, and assistance on how to work with first-party social media tools such as Twitter and Instagram analytics. We have also consulted and collaborated with communities in Nebraska to help them leverage social media to work for their communities.
Hi, my name is Marlena Davidson, and I'm a faculty member in the School of Communication here at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Many of you might be asking yourself, how does an online public speaking class work? Well, technology has made it possible to craft an online course following the same objectives that we have in our face-to-face class. In the online class, there are videos, quizzes, assignments, and exams, even discussion forums that speak to the core concepts of public speaking. Students record their online speeches in front of their peers, and then they receive feedback. Now, our hope is that students will reduce their anxiety, develop a strong speaking voice, and use dynamic gestures. Hope to see you online.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Omaha Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Popp. Family embodies trust, loyalty, and tradition. Sports embodies dedication, grit, and vulnerability. When you combine the two, you get a local Papillion family.
In really one shock and awe moment, you come to the realization that your life isn't about you and your wife anymore.
As a Papillion firefighter, David Ball is a lifeline to thousands of residents in times of crisis. However, in his more important role as father, David is a voice of reason regarding to his children's potential.
Try to raise them to be the best people they can in hopes that, they become good, honest, hardworking adults that contribute to society.
The oldest children, Hayden and Jordan Ball, have already transformed the sports community. Hayden, the firstborn and current Omaha Maverick pitcher, echoes the valuable guidance from his parents.
It's really helped me get through life and like become the man I am today.
The calm and collected pitcher on the mound faced his worst nightmare in high school. Hayden required Tommy John surgery in his junior season, limiting his recruitment. The 6'7" righty attributes his health and career to his parents.
There's no way I'm playing for UNO today without them.
Hayden's counterpart, Jordan Ball, is a highly touted softball pitcher in the nation. Jordan recently committed to the Oklahoma Sooners, a 4-time championship program.
I'm excited to be around the best athletes in the entire country and being able to compete with them and play on a high stage and win some national championships.
Jordan snapped several Class A records her junior season at Papillion La Vista, pitching a flawless 27-0 and capping it off with a 2019 state title. Nevertheless, she doesn't ruminate in statistical glory. She strives to play in the Women's College World Series.
That's what I want to do. That's what I want to accomplish.
As Emily and David reflect on their children's upbringing, they look forward with confidence, knowing that they will have a fulfilling and positive future off the field.
If you can endure the good times with the bad and become stronger in mind and body for it, I think it only better prepares you for life. And I feel like they're really, really well prepared for life at this point.
Emily and David say they are thrilled to see Hayden and Jordan making large steps toward their future. However, their hands remain full as they have 2 younger children in sports as well. The Omaha women's basketball team finished with an 8-21 record last winter, and they look to launch the 2019 campaign off strong, their home opener against crosstown rival the Creighton Blue Jays. The Mavericks had very different energy around the team, due in part to their starting 5, having 2 new faces in Michaela Ekdahl and Ella Ogier, the latter of whom led the team in scoring with 12 points. Omaha had their chances to get back into the game, but defensive lapses allowed the Blue Jays to come out on top 67-54. Head coach Brittany Lang saw some positives out of this young squad, but also shows some areas to improve.
I think you saw a lot of young kind of game jitters, getting out of the way. We had some nerves. I think we were a little sped up. We were not as disciplined on defense as what we usually are.
Since the loss, Omaha fell on the road to Kansas State 73-48, then picked up their first W of the season at Baxter Arena against NAIA's Peru State 92-58. The Mavs had plenty of time to work on their defensive kinks with 10 more non-conference games to go until Summit League play. The Omaha Maverick hockey team started off on a 6-game losing streak last season. However, this year they find themselves in a much different position. Reporter Phil Lemon gives us a look into the Mavericks' first true test at home against Wisconsin.
Omaha came into the weekend ranked 20th in the country and hosted the number 12 Wisconsin Badgers. Although the Mavericks lost Game 1, there was still a lot of positives to take away from it.
And I think this team believes in each other and believes in ourselves. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we outchanced that team 5-on-5 and special teams wise. So, anytime you outshoot them by 10 shots, and that's a highly, highly ranked team, you're doing some good things out there.
With a dozen new players on the squad, Gabinet decided to start an all-freshman line at both games and enjoy seeing their progress, especially in Game 2.
Just guys that are competing hard and they're getting better. And we know there's going to be mistakes being made by freshman players, but the fact is they're getting better, they're growing. And when you got guys like that, they just continue to develop, and it's fun to work with those guys.
Omaha's starting freshman goaltender Isaiah Seville is off to a fantastic start in his freshman campaign, picking up over 100 saves. And other freshman standouts like Brandon Scanlon and Joey Abate have helped this team build chemistry with their skill set.
We're a grinding team. We wear teams down. I think by far the hardest working team in the league. I think Sully can fend for me on that. We work hard day in and day out.
With 29 saves in Game 2, Seville and the Mavericks bounced back and were able to defeat the Badgers, splitting the series.
Just didn't go our way yesterday, but we knew coming back in the locker room that today was going to be our day, and we were ready for it, and we just needed a little extra, and we brought it.
For the Omaha News, I'm Phil Lemon.
Omaha hockey now has a record of 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. Next, they will head up to Kalamazoo to face Western Michigan and will return to Baxter Arena on November 22nd to play a series against Miami, Ohio. That's all we have for Omaha Athletics this week. Jay and Phil, back to you.
Thanks, Harrison. Coming up, what's going on with the weather? We give you the daily rundown and a 5-day forecast.
Next, a dance group gets their groove on, bringing a strong sense of community to hotspots throughout eastern Nebraska.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
UNO college student struggling to find your next meal? You are not alone.
A recent Temple University survey of 43,000 college students found that 36% are considered food insecure. If you find yourself among this group, contact the Maverick Food Pantry.
Located in room 130 in the Community Engagement Center, the Maverick Food Pantry offers packages with 2 days' worth of non-perishable items.
For more information, search Maverick Food Pantry at unomaha.edu. At UNO, we are a family.
And Mavericks take care of each other.
There is a spark inside every one of us that seeks to create and express ourselves. A spark that burns with the desire to capture our imagination into reality. And there is a place where that spark can grow. 13th Floor Magazine. We are not just for writers. Join us and share your passion with the world.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded press to a full.
A melting snowfall in the metro is leading to a warmer weekend. Ben Helwig joins us live to introduce our first weather segment for the Omaha News.
Thanks, Jay. While the winter weather has settled right in here in Omaha, the frigid temperatures earlier this week will warm up a little as the week progresses. Currently, it's 34 degrees here in Omaha with a wind chill of 28 degrees. Those partly cloudy skies will hold through your drive home this evening. There was a threat of potential snow, but that seems to be passing through to the north. As for tonight, the temperature will be dropping a bit as we see it dropping to 29 degrees, but the skies will be clearing up a little bit as well, meaning it will be more of a biting cold than the freezing winds. So Tuesday, making it not very uncomfortable, and then no chance of precipitation, tonight as well. Now as we take a look at the 5-day forecast, 36 degrees on Thursday, mostly sunny as it's going to warm up a little bit. Friday then will be continuing to get warmer as it'll be 45 degrees with a high of 49 and so a low of 32. Saturday 46 should be warm once again, partly cloudy. Sunday a little bit cooler than Sunday, or a little bit cooler than Saturday rather, but it's going to be in the mid-40s as well. And then Monday is looking like a beautiful November day with the high expected to be 55 degrees. All things considered, looking to be a pleasant weekend considering it's mid-November in Nebraska. As now we take a look at our map live here in Omaha. You can see hanging around in those 34-degree area, but again with the wind chill, it's going to be mid-20s is what it feels like. You can see out there in Waterloo, it's going to be a little bit chillier. There was a potential for snow there, but it ended up passing, so it's still a little bit colder, but still right around that 30s area. And again, no precipitation for tonight, so it should be a pretty comfortable evening. And so should the weather continue like such, should be a pleasant weekend. So Jay, Phil, that'll do it for weather. Back to you.
That's all we have for today. Join us next week for more exciting stories in your community.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at UNO The Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
We will see you next time.
Support for this program is provided by Sequent Planning, an SEC-registered investment advisor, helping people make informed retirement income decisions. Additional information is available at sequentomaha.com.
When a child is fighting cancer, the Love Your Melon UNO campus crew is there. We believe in a simple positive impact by visiting these children and doing volunteer work around the community.
Being able to work with people, do volunteering, and helping those that really need it is a really big draw for me.
Please visit our social media or loveyourmelon.com for more information.
Lyle, calm down.
For over a century, the Child Saving Institute has been responding to the cry of a child, helping children and their families in all sorts of circumstances. Through pregnancy counseling, to early childhood education, and family therapy, to foster parenting. The Child Saving Institute is here to make sure we give children from infants to young adults the best childhood possible. Child Saving Institute. Where childhood matters, we make a difference.
Through UNO, I have had access to lifelong friendships. My best friend to this day, I met on the first day of sorority recruitment. I met more friends that first day of recruitment than I think I've probably ever made in my life. In your backyard is Exarban Village. Just because it's summer, not everybody is packing up and going home. Since it is a metropolitan university, you have Omaha right at your doorstep.